Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to show you how to hook up the Roku StreamBar Pro, model number 901R2 or 901X. So I just did an unboxing. This is everything that comes in the box. It's got this remote. The remote's a little different. It's got this 1 and 2 on it. Comes with a power cord, HDMI cord, optical cord, headphones, and batteries. So on the back side of this, here's your HDMI port. You've got a reset button, optical port, USB, and your power cord that goes over here. A little different. And there's like this cutout for these wires to go. So that's a pretty nice feature. That's what we'll be hooking up. This doesn't say ARC, it doesn't say audio return channel on it, but it is. The manual tells us that's an audio return channel. So here I've got a big screen TV. I've got an audio receiver with wired speakers and surround sound. I'm going to see if it can compete with this. I'm going to show you how to hook it up to your TV. So I've got kind of an older traditional setup. I've got a Roku player and I got a receiver and DirecTV. The receiver is what switches the input to the TV. So here we are on the back of the TV. Here's my HDMI cable going to my receiver, and my receiver switches the audio input. But now I'm going to run this HDMI cord. And you got to find the one that says ARC. See that little, it says it in parentheses there, ARC. Some of them don't say that. HDMI 1 is not. So we're going to run that HDMI cable from this ARC port, which is HDMI 2, to the Roku player. Okay, so I'm using my HDMI cable. You can use the one that comes in the kit, but I'm using mine that I've got. So I'm going to, and they're only one way. They've got kind of a small end and a big end, so it'll only go one way, but put it in the HDMI port. Okay, now I've got the power cord. It goes right there. So when it's plugged in, the cord still sticks out a little bit, so it doesn't go perfectly flush. At least the HDMI cord kind of goes flush. Okay, so when I plug the power cord in, this little light here, that's the top. I've got the speaker now is facing me, and this little light is flashing. Okay, so as soon as I turn the TV on, this is the screen I get. So I'm going to take my remote control, and I'm going to put the batteries in to make sure the positives both go forward. This is a little different than most remotes kind of alternate these, so make sure that that positive end goes forward on both of them. Then I got to press this button right here. There. Pairing the remote. Okay, so now the remote is paired. I'm going to be using this purple cursor. See how that white is highlighted, so I can move that up or down with the arrows. When I got what I want, I'm going to press the OK button. It's going to look for your wireless network. You got to tell it which one to connect to. So find yours, that's your wireless connector, your wireless internet. Press the enter button. Now you got to enter the password for your Wi-Fi with this, and you got to scroll over and use this little arrow to highlight your password. So when you get your password entered, scroll down to where it says connect. You were up here in the letters, so you scroll all the way down to where it says connect, then hit enter. So it should do a speed test and connect to your internet. It says, and of course there's an update. So click OK to do the update. Okay, so it did the update. Now it rebooted itself. This is how you know it's rebooting. This is the screen. Okay, so the first thing it's going to show is auto detect the display. Sometimes this works, sometimes this doesn't. So it's already highlighted, so just press the center button. It should figure out if your HDMI cable and your TV are capable of all of that. Those may be green check marks, they may not be. So I'm going to hit cancel. So I know that my TV can do 4K, so I'm going to do a manual, tell it to manually be 4K 30 Hertz. And I'm going to select enter. It's going to check it, and then you get the green check marks. And then I have to make sure and click use, hit the enter button, use it, or it reverts back to that other screen. Then I have to say yes, screen looks good, scroll up and hit OK. Make sure you do those steps or it won't take it. Now it says your display has been So now you got to log into your Roku account. If you don't have a Roku account, you need an email address, and you'll have to log in, and you'll need like a desktop computer or an iPad or a phone to go onto the website and finish setting it up. So I'm going to enter, I have a Roku account, so I'm going to enter my email address. So after you log into your account, it takes a while to load all the channels. Now you're not going to use a lot of those channels, but it has to load a bunch of them. So this does take a while. Okay, seems like that took about 10 minutes. I'm just going to hit the OK button. Or no, you got to hit the right arrow. See how it's got that little thing there? So hit, nope, hit the OK button, yeah. So this is kind of an introductory thing. You can watch it if you want. I just hit the home button. This is going to take you to your home now. This is your home screen. So let's scroll down. Let's check settings. Let's see if there's anything. Okay, so under settings, it does have, under settings, go to the right, audio. And there's some, that's a menu, but there's extra bass, bass boost, normal, reduced bass, volume mode, leveling, night, speech clarity off, virtual sound on. So let's go back to the home mode. And again, these are your channels. So if you scroll to the right, wherever that box is, I can select and it'll take me to that. If you can't find your channel, go to the left, go to search, and then you can type in the channel. So say you want HBO Max, you just type in HBO Max and it will find the channel for you. Okay, so now let's get to how it sounds. Okay, so I'm going to watch some videos. So let's do the volume on the side. There is a nice, so when I'm using the Roku, it built into the sound bar, I can see the volume up in that top right-hand corner. It says it's rapid cold. So yeah, it does sound pretty loud. Once it's set up, see how that light changed to just a solid, like a really dim white light. When it was setting up, it was kind of flashing yellow. Okay, so I'm going to check this and see how loud it gets. Anytime I want to check a surround sound, I go to Days of Thunder, right around the 14-minute mark when they're at Phoenix, Arizona. This has got some really good bass. You're going to get to know some if you've got a good surround sound with this video. Okay, so it sounds really loud. I've only got it on 38 and it's extremely loud. Now it's lacking bass. So it's lacking a lot of bass. It does have that wireless subwoofer that I think would definitely sound good. It is lacking some of the surround sound, but it does give a little bit of surround sound and it does give very good clarity. So I'm actually kind of impressed with it, but you can tell most of the sound is coming from the front of the TV. It does sound like a little bit of sound to the right and left. Okay, so now I've got the Roku player playing. I got my DirecTV on. I want to see if it's going to work. So if I make a change on my DirecTV, so let's do channel. The machine, or it switched. Okay, so it automatically switched the sound from the DirecTV that's coming out of the soundbar now. I've got to use this to control sound. It doesn't display the sound up in the top right-hand corner like it did when you're streaming with the Roku player. So this is this is the DirecTV down there that's coming in now. But the audio return channel does work. When I'm changing the channel, I can see the little thing kind of flickering down there. And you hear like a click.
It's just one of those things. I use it preventatively as well.
Perfect.
It's like brushing your hair. It's the same motion.
So you'll have to remember the volume doesn't work anymore on your TV. The volume doesn't work on the TV. So if you see, if I use my TV remote and I go to change the volume now, it says receiver HDMI. It doesn't change the volume. Your TV doesn't. So you have to use these volumes. Now the mute still works. That's nice. Okay, so they don't explain. I'm back here on the Roku homepage. They don't explain these 1 and 2 buttons very often. But if you just simply press one, it brings up a separate menu. It says, how to set a shortcut. Press and hold the 1 or 2 button for 5 seconds. So I'm going to press and hold for 5 seconds. Okay, see, and it brings up these. I can select a channel, the Roku channel, live TV guide, closed captions, or voice commands. You know, closed captions might be nice. Closed captions is set as a shortcut to change your closed caption settings. That's kind of nice. When you want to turn closed captions on and off, you can just, it's a quick find now. Okay, so now let's press and hold the number 2 button. You can tell the little light down there is flashing. Didn't bring up the menu. Let's try it again. Okay, so to set those, you got to just short press them first. So when you want to set like number 2 now, you just short press it one time and it comes up. Then you got to hold it for 5 seconds. Now I can make it have a channel. So now it says highlight a channel on the home screen, press and hold the 1 or 2 button to set to short. Okay, so you do it differently. Let's do Disney Plus. Now let's hold the 2 button. Short press it. Okay, now long press it. Well, I couldn't get the channel to take. Let's go back. Well, I got to do some more playing around with the 1 and 2 buttons, but for the most part, the soundbar did sound good. The Roku part of it works good. I didn't have any hiccups, but again, I just started using it. Very simple to set up. I definitely am going to add the subwoofer and the surround sound speakers. It's really lacking that subwoofer. You really do need that. Thanks everybody for watching.